Well, of course, this is the Law Factor Live on DBS, and I'm here talking to Joyce O'Geist, and she's recapturing some of her years and some of the things that she has ensured without. I don't think you did it on purpose. You just followed the path of your passion, and it's got you lots of nice, interesting places, as our pictures now will show. So let's continue with some of the pictures, and I will be opening the telephone lines as well. Of course, we have Lady Janice. I saw her today. She's looking really lovely, and she passed on her great wishes because she knew you were on the show tonight. Yeah, she knew, and she said, you know, pass on wishes. What's this, Joyce?
This is, as I said, the inauguration of BWI arriving for to St. Lucia, and if you could see the head,
I know who that is.
Mr. Mallet.
Mr. Mallet, yes.
And the second person at the back there was my uncle, Paul O'Geist. You know, so that's why I was telling that development day a lot took place. The arrival of BWI and the opening of the airport. Just to recap again, the opening of Winera and the opening of Halcyon Days. You know. And talking about Halcyon Days, I must speak about Ramapolio. And or maybe I can wait until we talk about independence. Right?
Yeah, let's do that, because I'm sure we have some images there. Okay, let's see our next one here. Oh gosh.
Do you recognize this person? Of
course I recognize that person.
The person with the afro?
Oh yes.
And the person facing us there is Miss Jane Bourne, who was education officer at the time. But I can't make out who she was talking to.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, my glorious days of John Paul, a soon to be canonized saint, when he arrived in St. Lucia in 1986. And I had this welcome cultural ceremony at VG Airport. And I conducted the children, and we made a map of the flag. And I had to rush from VG Airport to go to the Pope site, where I was supposed to conduct a mass choir for the mass later that afternoon. And yes, there am I presenting him the two books, the folk, oral and folk traditions of St. Lucia and St. Lucia Sings. And in the background you could see Archbishop Felix, who's now His Eminence Kelvin Cardinal Felix.
Oh, what's this?
That's Joyce on the stamp of St. Lucia, and I was so honored to have the singular honor of being on the St. Lucia stamp. And this was done to mark also the development day. And there were other people like George and this St. Helen, Daphne St. Helen, and Goida, I can't remember her name, but this lady who's the one who wore all these rich douillet and folk, you know, costumes, and with all their gold and so on. Well, she was also on that stamp. And that was done, and oh, that's myself with Princess Alexandra after the children's performance at Mindu Phillip Park. And she was pleased really with the performance of the children. So after she went to the grounds to meet them, and there am I in the background, you know,
that's
looking
amazing.
on.
That's amazing time.
Oh, this photograph was taken in at my office, and this time we were housed in the Paris Center, the top floor of the Paris Center. And of course, I love changes. You notice I have my head tied,
yeah, I think you look stunning. You look so stunning there. But you know, before, I know we want to talk about this picture in some depth. Before we do that, I'd like to welcome Mr. Petrus Compton on the line. He is, of course, the chairman of the Cultural Development Foundation. And I know he has a few words that he would like to say to you, Joy. So good night, Mr. Compton.
Hello, good evening, Delia. Good evening, Joyce.
Thank you, good evening.
Excellent program. Brings back so many memories, Joyce.
Yes.
My boyhood days.
Yeah. You mean at Pigeon Island, eh? Not Pigeon Rat Island?
Yes.
Remember we had some good times there with the workshops and so on. Now,
those were the days when we did everything in the arts for free.
Yes.
For love.
Definitely.
For enjoyment.
And there was unity among us. in the arts.
Indeed, there was.
Yeah.
There was.
And that's the time
And an interesting thing about the arts at that time was how close the arts were to almost all aspects of our life, to
Yes.
religion,
Mm-hmm.
to politics. Without the rancor, we were all one, as you said.
Yes.
So those were the good old cultural days
Mhm,
then.
mhm. And I suppose you'd remember when we rehearsed at Teachers College for Banjo Man. And in those days, not everybody had transport. And we would go as far as Barbano, all about 1 o'clock, taking people. You know, no one thought of money. It was just doing things with love. And, you know, it was great days. You know, those were great days.
The idea of being paid for performance was very strange. You would actually pay to be part of a performance.
Yeah, yes.
But you know, life has changed and things has changed, and you know, I think nowadays the arts is, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's very much more, it seems like it's more a career now, or a paid career, than it was before. Before it seemed to be more pleasurable, and people weren't thinking of it as I'm going to be this or I'm going to be a that. It was the pleasure of it all, whether they got paid or not, as you said. It wasn't.
Yes.
But now we have a lot of artists who have to get paid because that's all they do.
Yeah, if they're dancers, before they even lift one leg, they want to be paid. Or if they open their mouths to sing, they must be paid.
Well, I have to go for a break, but I would like Mr. Compton to just stay with us because I know that the CDF have got some really interesting events coming up soon. So if you wouldn't mind just holding for me whilst we go to a quick break, and I want everyone to listen to what Mr. Compton has to say, because we have to participate, we have to encourage, we have to support all those in the arts. So I said those words. Please join me and let's help support culture and arts in St. Lucia. We'll be right back.